I am angry. I'm upset about who I was involved with. First of all, I just want to say that I absolutely loved being a vegan. I loved feeling like I was part of a big movement, and this is a video about what drove me to start eating dairy and eggs again and leaving the vegan community. So let me just point out that just because you're vegan doesn't make you a nice person. I thought that all vegans were going to be so lovely, and I actually felt like I fit in somewhere. The amount of hate that I had seen on some Facebook groups, on YouTube, to people who weren't vegan, it just baffles me how people that care about animals so much can be so hateful towards people. And I understand it's frustrating when people don't listen, but the majority of vegans did eat meat, dairy and eggs at some point in their lives, and the way they treat people who do eat meat, dairy and eggs is unacceptable. As soon as I labelled myself vegan, people were a little bit like, we don't like vegans. And you know, I get it, hence why I don't label myself as vegan anymore. I am vegetarian, if you want to put a label to it. Again, I hate labels. I hate being associated by one group. I just wish labels didn't exist. I love vegan food. I love the movement. I just don't love the people and the labelling, the association with veganism. Yeah, it's so hard. I think as well, it just proved my point when I got a message. So I posted on Facebook about why I wasn't vegan anymore, and I couldn't go into depth with it, and I can't really go into depth with it on here because there is just so many parts to it, like personal stuff that is going on in my life right now. And one reason is that my long-term boyfriend was vegan, and so now I just associate the toxicality of my relationship with him with veganism, because we talked about it a lot and I felt like I could not stop being a vegan because I was in that relationship. I'm just gonna get the message that I received last night by someone that I wasn't friends with. We had two mutual friends. We'd never spoken before, and it's gonna load. I'm not going to say his name. I might put a screenshot up in a minute. But he said, "You are literally some of the worst scum on this effing planet. You know what happens to the animals. That's on you. You for murdering my animal friends." That message sums up why I'm not vegan. People are so judgmental, and I get that we're all gonna have our judgments. Everyone is judgmental without realizing their conscience is judgmental. Like, we can't help that, but we can help being nice to one another and, you know, putting that judgment aside and thinking, what is that person going through? Maybe I shouldn't be thinking that. Like, I'm gonna try and see if this person's okay. I mean, you know, it's not hard to be nice to each other, and especially if you are vegan, like, it's not hard to take your appreciation to animals and put that to humans as well. And I'm not saying humans are better than animals, I just think that we should be treated the same. And if you have that respect for animals and the planet and everything else, then why can't you be respectful to people? And, you know, I understand that people aren't going to take to this nicely, but at the same time I wasn't expecting to get messages like that are so offensive and so judgmental and critical of something that really is out of my control. I could carry on being vegan. Like, I would be unhappy, like, more so than I already am. I struggle with so much mental issues, and I'm not trying to excuse my veganism. I was vegan for almost a year and I loved it. And I still love vegan food. Maybe if the vegan movement is a bit nicer to people that aren't vegan and a bit more considerate to humans, I will be vegan one day. But at the minute, if I was to stop eating dairy and eggs, I would call myself plant-based. I would not call myself vegan. I hate the label. I understand now why people are so hesitant to becoming vegan. I understand why people don't want to be. I've seen both sides. I've been in both parts. And it's so hard, you guys. There are some lovely vegans out there. I met some amazing people. Some people stick up for me on that post who are vegan, and I respect that, and were actually nice to me and understanding that I have personal stuff going on in my life. And those are the people that I wish could portray the whole vegan society. And, you know, I'm not saying that everyone who's vegan is horrible. I'm not trying to put that across. I'm just saying that if you are vegan and you have made these horrible statements, farmers were getting death threats, farmers' families were saying, I'm gonna come and take your baby. That is not acceptable. Like, there are so many ways you can go about things peacefully, kindly, and with compassion in your hearts. And death threats, nasty messages, guilt tripping, and general argumentativeness and hatefulness is not the way of going about things, guys. Like, I am angry. I'm upset about who I was involved with, and at the time I was doing vegan outreach with people that I thought were so nice and I felt part of the community, and after I stopped being vegan, their true colours showed, and I just feel so hurt, and it's not great. I wish I could disassociate myself with veganism right now. That's how bad it is. I hope that you've kind of got the message, and yeah. Peace out, guys.